So for those of you who don't know, at the beginning of 2018, I actually quit my regular job, paid myself about a 6-month advance, and dedicated the past few months of this year to working on music. That time has been spent finishing writing and recording and producing my very first album, and that is getting ready to be released. And so I wanted to make a quick video to tell you guys a little bit about it. Grew Up on a Dirt Road is the first song on this album, and really this song is basically just my life. It's like every line from it came from how I grew up and where I grew up, and the inspiration for it actually came one day. I was just driving and I had this line about, if you ever wonder why I don't need somebody's hand to hold, it's because I grew up on a dirt road. And it was just this whole idea of the things that you learn and the self-sufficiency that you learn when you grow up in the country and you grow up having to do things and having to figure things out for yourself. And so I just kind of, from there, I wrote the whole chorus in the car without an instrument or anything. I just kind of started singing in my head of what I wanted it to be. And it just turned into this super fun kind of rock country anthem. Hi.
Hi.
Do you want to say hi?
Gotcha.
Did you grow up on a dirt road? You say bye.
Bye.
Song number 2. The second track on the album is a song called Share With You. And this one started out just as this idea of, I've got a single bed and a tiny shower head, but I'll share them with you. And it was that line that kind of started everything. It was just this whole idea of wanting to be funny, but also wanting to be serious and just talk about how, you know, when you first get married, when you first start out, you may not have a lot and you may not have what you're, you know, supposed to have or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know, the heart behind the song is I have one heart and I only want to give it to one lady. And, you know, Kim is the one that I want to give it to. And so I really tried to make this just kind of a fun kind of poppy, thinking a lot about like a Keith Urban type song when I was writing this one. And so yeah, it's just really fun. It's one of my favorite grooves of all of the songs. The third song on the album is called Mr. DJ. This is the first breakup song that you'll hear from that. And it is probably one of my favorite choruses. The most interesting thing with this one was that I had a bridge for it that I really liked. And everybody that I played it for, I was like, oh, okay, do you like this? And they were just like, no, make it better. And I was like, what does that even mean? Like, make it better? What are you talking? And they're like, yeah, just make it better. And so we, Kim and I went on a trip to Branson, Missouri. And before we did, I had actually just bought this guitar. And it's small enough that I can sit in the front seat of our Jeep and play it. And so while we were driving back, she was driving and I had it, and I was like, all right, I gotta try to figure out another bridge for this song. And I had this idea of, well, why don't I try to use song titles from other country breakup songs in the lyric. And so there's a bunch, I think there's 7 or 8 song titles of country breakup songs that are in the bridge of that song. The 4th song on the album is one called Damn Happy Man. And I was sitting down one night and I was literally at work. It was a Friday, and I was just like, all I want to do is go home. And we didn't even have a front porch at the time, but I was like, I just want to go home and sit on the front porch with Kim and just like let everything just roll on by and just let it go. And if I can just sit on the porch with my bride, drink a beer and just relax and just do nothing with the evening, I would be so happy. and so I had that line of that would just make me a damn happy man. When I was doing the recording for this one, I actually, all the other songs I had been borrowing an electric guitar, but this song actually turned out that I had just picked up my Tele. And so this is the first song on the album that actually features my very own electric guitar. I think if I had to choose just all around a favorite song from the album, I think it would actually be this one. The 5th song on the album is a song called Go to Waste, and the whole idea behind this song was I was just thinking about it, and I was like, man, we have all these things, just imagining this night where, you know, we've got stars that we need to look at, and we've got all these things, we've got lips that need to be kissed, and we've got all these views that we need to see, and we can't let them go to waste. Like, it would be a shame to just go home right now and just waste the whole entire evening. So try to pull all that together into the idea of this song of trying to talk a girl into going back out and hanging out with you some more. And just that idea of like it would be a crime to let this go to waste, you know? And so I really hope you enjoy it. It's definitely one of those upbeat kind of fun, like let's go hang out Friday night songs. So I hope you guys like this one. The final song on the album, and it's actually the title track to it, is a song called Red Heart Blue. And that came from just one afternoon. I had this line of, that's what happens when a red heart turns blue. And ended up writing out this breakup song from that. Surprisingly, this is actually the oldest song as far as when I wrote it. This song is actually several years old. All the other ones are kind of newer. But this is one of those old ones that I wrote, and I still went back to it and I was like, man, I still actually really like this song. I need to include it on this album. So it wraps up the album, and I hope you guys think it's a fitting end to it and a fitting title to it. So yeah, so the album will be coming out on Friday, May 11th. Before then, I will be releasing lyric videos on YouTube, so you guys can kind of get familiar with the songs and see all the lyrics, find out if you really like the songs and want to pick up the album. It will be available everywhere that you can get music. And yeah, so just keep an eye out, keep following, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.